It's almost Valentine's Day, and today we're going to create a floral wreath. I did a wreath for Christmas, and people really seem to enjoy that video, so we're gonna create another one. Let's jump right in. This is a simple trick. I use it for all my wreaths, and they come out perfect every time. You get some of your paint, and then you paint the edge of the glass. You see where I'm going with this. Put it in the center of your paper. Twist it around a few times and try to control it. It's gonna be messy. All right, that's a pretty good start. We're gonna start off, mix a little bit of phthalo green, a little bit of black, a little bit of yellow ochre. I wasn't really pronouncing that well in the past. I was saying yellow ochre. Enunciate. Enunciate my paint. Get how powerful that phthalo green is every time.
You're doing a great job, sweetie.
Thank you, darling. That's why I do it. I'm just gonna create these little imperfect lines coming out of here. I like the way that already kind of created this pattern that looks like brush or leaves. Sometimes things just work out. We're gonna go in here a few times and kind of get that coming out. Some big, some small. And kind of press down and then release. Press down, release. Let the streak come out. On this side, sometimes it's easier to reverse the movement, so release, press down. Kind of work your way in. Fill in those gaps, and don't be worried if it looks like it's going to be a little sporadic. We will fix that later. There we go. Looking pretty darn good. All right. Now I'm going to get this bigger brush. These are all from like a mixed media pack. 44278. Not sure if that is at all helpful to you, but some portly lines here. We don't want it to get too portly on us. We want these to be dainty. Dainty's the word. There we go. Yeah. Nothing too extreme. Mix it in with our greens. You don't want to go crazy. You don't want to throw in some really dark colors yet. Let's just kind of play with it. Let's create a little branch. The way to create branches is you'll come out and you'll have a little curve there, a little curve there. And then you just kind of add on to it, add on to your little curves. So line, get a little line coming out of that. On that side, a little line on that side, a little line on that side, a little line on that side. I'm not 100% sure. You know what, that really doesn't even look like a eucalyptus leaf, but it's okay. Eucalyptus is more precise, isn't it? Yeah. Kind of coming out on that side. That line was a little darker. A little darker than the other ones, but that's okay. It's good. This eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is more like straight, right? Doesn't really have branches. Yeah. Take a little Chinese white here. I'm gonna come over, take a really light white for our eucalyptus leaves. kind of imprecise. And yeah, doesn't really look like a eucalyptus branch there, but some of these are going to be a lot better than the other ones because I actually looked up and started paying attention to what I was referencing. Just create little circles to the best of your ability. This is not precise at all. You can definitely relax with this one. Oh shoot, got my little rag right here. Dip that in some clean water, clean being the key word. Kind of make sure it's not too wet, and let's just wipe that off. There we go, no harm, no foul. Some right there too. All right, looks like I've got, there it is. There's the culprit. Got a little bit of black paint on my hand and that carried over. So watch out for that. Okay, where were we? Eucalyptus leaves, I think. All right, got a few more of those. Here's a unrealistic eucalyptus branch. That's okay. I said this already, but this is not a bird painting. This is not one of my precise, make it as realistic as possible paintings. This is a lot more loose, a lot more fun. Let's see. Give this thing some more body. I'm gonna mix in a little more Chinese white. I like that light effect. Some more Chinese white into our green. I'm just gonna thicken this a bit. Brush and some little squiggly lines. If they look too uniform, they look too similar. That's no fun. Started to look a little similar right there, so I'm gonna switch it up. It's making a lot of noise. Is it okay? Why is it sad? All right. That example is very different. And I'm gonna add a little bit of some of this alizarin crimson. No, not alizarin crimson. Burnt sienna, excuse me. And a little bit of black. A lot of bit of black. Burnt sienna mixture is a little much. It's coming out very brown, almost orangish. I'm gonna do some little branches coming out of here. Not eucalyptus this time, just regular branches. So draw our regular branches. It's more what I was talking about earlier. So come out. One big line little lines coming out the other side of that, and then do some lines coming out of that too. If that was clear at all, let me say that again. All right, line, lines coming out of the line, lines coming out of the line, coming out of the line. There you go. Perfect. Whoa. I have some little leaves coming out of these branches. If you don't know where to start on something like this, I'd say start by maybe doing 4. Like every time you do a line of branches, you do top, bottom, left, right, and then you just fill in the gaps. Just dot it. Some of these are kind of floating in place, that's fine. They defy logic, and that's alright. If someone stops you and says, what's holding that branch together, then you know what? We're reading way too far into this. Let's do some flowers. Now's the fun part. Let's get a little bit pink. What is this? I think that's alizarin crimson. Look at me not being helpful. And you just let it in there and it'll kind of do its thing. A little bit of imposter syndrome because I don't paint a whole lot of flowers. When I say a whole lot, I can't immediately remember the last time I painted flowers at all. So what you do is really just create little half circles and bring it together to form petals. That's about it, man. Kind of create a base, a little darker area at the bottom there. Go and work your way into it. If you want to create a little areas that kind of look like a little texture, a little petal. Yeah, man, you go for it. I like how I created cups of water for light and dark paint, and I'm mixing them. Always do that. I am putting red in my white, and you know what? Oh well, oh well. Let's kind of create a little orange. Hold on. Got some orange paint. You can't really see it off screen, but I went ahead and mixed this right here. Put that in there, a little touch of that. Create kind of these almost rose, these little pink roses here. A large brush is my mixing brush, this little one. Liner 44278. I don't know. I don't know brushes. I just paint, man. I need to add some little flowers to the center here.
Some at the bottom.
few more of those larger flowers down here. There we go. Wow, that's bad. Okay. Let's get some water. Let's fade them a little bit. Just gonna, some of these wet areas. Some of these roses. I'm just gonna drop a little bit of color in there. All right. All right. So dark there. Get my brush. Put it in the palm of my hand like that. Take a little bit of my green. Just kind of all right, guys, about wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.